Welcome back, TigerCast fans. We are answering some questions from Twitter from a post we made a couple of days ago. This one's from Fitzer. In my mind, what would make a successful season for 2025? Now, look, it's no secret we're probably not going to win a heap of games. As per my previous video, I reckon we can win somewhere between 5 and 6, just depending on how injuries play out and things like that. Still a little bit of an unknown, but the big thing for me for 2025 is just making sure when going to games that, not just me, but I think for a lot of people, to go there kind of understanding what you're going to be watching. So there's going to be a lot of experience missing. We lost 1,600 games worth of experience last year. A lot of youth hopefully playing, which means a lot of inexperience, which will mean some inconsistencies, and there probably will be a couple of smashings against us, whether we like it or not. That's just what happens with young kids playing football. But in terms of what would be deemed successful, obviously you would love to win more than the 2 games we won in 2024. That would be the first starting point. So you'd love to get at least 3 wins. And I know that might sound very mediocre-ish, but we've got to also be real with where we're at as a list as well. Now, if Tom Lynch plays most of the year, I actually think we could be a chance to win a few more of those extra games. But I think the big thing we all want to see as supporters, which we didn't see last year, is we want to see game plan and direction. We want to see a play style that we can identify as a Richmond play style. Like we know what we're looking at. We can understand what they're trying to do. Even if they don't execute it all the time, that's okay. They're going to make mistakes. It's part of the learning process and getting the game plan down pat. But if we can see some kind of method with what we're trying to do, I think that's honestly going to be the biggest progression. The amount of games last year that when a behind was scored that we would kick out to the right back pocket to Ben Miller and then kick it down the line was honestly astonishing. Go back and watch it. It's almost every kick out. I can maybe recall no more than 10 where we did something different and we actually moved the ball well on those 10 occasions. That's probably the one thing I want to see done differently is I want to see more variety in how we move the ball, whether it's a method, a combination of switching, taking those dangerous 45-degree angle kicks on inside the corridor, which is what I think Uze said he wanted to do last year, but we just didn't have the cattle to obviously execute it on a weekly basis. Not to harp on last year or this season 2024 too much, but I kind of feel like it got to a point where just due to the amount of plays that were in and out, I think they kind of in some ways threw the game plan out the window a little bit, and that's why it looked a bit like a nothing. So hopefully we can rectify that. I just want to see some sort of a game plan, some sort of, that's identifiable. But keen to hear what everyone thinks in the comments below. What would you say is going to be a successful season for 2025? Minimum 3 games you want to win for sure. And we just want to see some good ball movement and actual plan in place.